Okay guys, back with another video of a heater control valve replacement on a 2007 BMW X5 4.8i or V8 4.8 liter. So heater control valve is right there, as you can see. I've kind of started working on it, but I figured I'd make a video because a lot of the places they don't show the location of this part on an X5 and how it's kind of done. It's very simple. What I did is basically I took a ratchet, some long extensions, some long extensions with the 6mm attached to it. That being said, I also took a magnet just to be on the safe side. I've also taken I just kept a flathead screwdriver just with me, long one, just to kind of keep it on the safe side. So far I didn't need any of that stuff. All I did was I used this socket set. The reason for I'm doing this is because, one, it seems like this thing is very old, and that's probably why I'm not getting heat. So what's happening is inside all my vents are throwing cold air, and there is no warm air at all. That kind of leads me to believe that, you know, because this part has never been replaced 17 years later, and 160,000 miles, I believe that needs to be replaced. If it's not that, sometimes it could be the thermostat, which is this right here, that part, the round part right there. But I don't think that's the issue. But if my heat's not fixed, that would be the second thing I'm going to replace, because that's only like a $70 part. And one of these things will turn my heat on, I'm sure. But again, my doubt is that's with this one. Heater control valve, what it is a lot of the times, you know, sometimes it'll produce heat from one vent, the other one will be cold and the other one will be hot, or vice versa. Sometimes if you turn on the heat on the floor, it might be hot, but then if you turn on the heat on facing you or up top, it might be cold. So there are many things that a heater control valve can do. Another thing, like I said, besides that or this thermostat, there's two more things that could be causing a heat problem. One is basically, you know, either you flush down these heater core lines right here. These are the same lines that are coming out. Once you flush them down, you know, get all the debris out of the core, that might help out with getting hot air. You know, what you got to do is hook up some lines to it, run water through it from one line, get it come out the other. And the reason I'm not doing that today is because it's very cold outside, and I don't want to freeze up the lines by using the water. But either way, once you're done, you know, just run this line full of water, let it come out that other one. Once that's done, do it vice versa. Put the water through there, let it come out this one. Once it's all clean, then, you know, fill it up with coolant, let it come out the other, then do the same thing, fill it up from there and let the coolant come out from here, and then your core flush is done. That will help out too. But I would start with that part right there. If it has never been replaced, that could be the leading cause of the problem. Second, if, like I said, if it doesn't go, then it's going to be the thermostat, which is this right here. So now let's get back to how to get this done. What I did was I took some clamps. What I'm going to be doing is basically I'm going to clamp them if I need to. As you see, once I took the first one off, I put plastic cap on there. The cap came with this new piece. So I'm going to take off these caps one after another, just to prevent a loss of a lot of coolant. Also buy a gallon of coolant if you're getting through this, because you are going to lose it. Some people like to use that same old coolant back and put it back. I would not recommend that, just because there could be a debris in there, and that debris is going to go back into your cooling system, and you don't want that. So that being said, get a bottle of 50/50 premix blue coolant for the BMW. You can get that at any store. It doesn't have to be a BMW coolant. The only thing good about BMW coolant is their 50/50 mix is with the distilled water, just so there's no corrosion in your cooling system or the lines basically. So that's the only reason they do that, but there's a lot of coolants out there that use distilled water. That being said, you should be able to get this done no problem using the other coolant. Top it off once you're done and you're good to go. So in my case, what I did was, obviously I took this one off from the top, I capped it. I'm using a bungee cord, kind of like tied it like this, so this way if I need to move any lines, this line was in the way, this one right here, all the way. So I kind of like moved it on the side. Then once I took this part off, I kind of, you know, put it in there. I've also taken off the overflow line, which is right here. It's the coolant line, comes from the radiator to your box. I put it on the side right here just so it's out of the way. So basically that's all I'm gonna keep doing, is like move things out of the way just so it's easier to get to it. You can easily pull that part off. All you got to do is lift up and it comes out. As you see, I already took one of the sides off, and that's how you got to do it. This being said, hopefully, you know, this helps you out and you get the heat back. Like I said, there's one is that part mainly. Second is that you got these lines, you might have to flush them. And third thing is this right here, which is your thermostat. And the last thing you kind of want to look at, although it may sound kind of cheesy, you want to make sure that your Freon line is full. You got to make sure that your Freon line is full. If it's low and you have no AC, sometimes it does affect BMW performance as far as the cooling system goes, and that could cause your heat to fail too. It's a $30 bottle. It's worth it if you want to do that. In my case, my temperature is pretty cold outside, but I got the heat running in my garage. I definitely don't think I need that because, again, like I said, this is a 17-year-old part that has never been replaced. So my hunch is that it is that part that's causing the problem. Again, there's one. That being said, so this one comes out and goes back in this way. Although it's coming from this way, it comes in and goes back in. So basically it's just 3 of those. You got to loosen one up, and I put a cap there, one below it, which is on the right side, and one on the back. That's where the other screw is for the line coming in to both of these. And like I said, just pull on it, it'll come right back out. Hopefully it'll help you. Again, then there is a connector too that sits right there. I kind of moved the connector out of the way as well, and it's sitting right here. That being said, you know, hopefully it'll help you out. A few of these things will fix your heat, and you'll end up saving thousands. And hopefully, you know, I mean, all you got to do is, like I said, you got to buy more line here to connect to this and connect to that, you know, with some kind of fasteners and stuff, just so you can run the line out in a bucket and run it with the water, just till all the crap gets out of there. Anyway, good luck. Let me know if that works out for you.